All right, Jet fans, come on in. Let's huddle up and let's talk about the Jet defense going against the Steelers offense. You know, it's different this week. The talk has been focused somewhat on the dirty play and the cheap shots that have been taken by Pittsburgh Steelers players, namely Hines Ward. And to me, this is causing a problem. Just talking about them and hearing some of the reactions of the Jets coaches, especially Rex, talking about how Ward is such a terrific player. He's played against them so many years while Rex was at Baltimore and all. And Rex says he has all the respect in the world for him. I respect the heck out of him is what he says. Well, you know what? I have a little problem with that myself. Respect a cheap shot artist, and this is what the guy has become throughout the league, I guess. Running up behind people and hitting them in their back and taking shots when they're not expecting it. What bothers me is not so much seeing cheap shot artists. They've always been around. But what bothers me, and I'm worried about it, is how Antonio Cromartie's reacted and how he may react during the game with the Steelers. You see, these guys are trying to get the defensive players of the Jets. Hines Ward is trying to break Cromartie's focus or any other defensive player out there. And how many times have you seen a cheap shot or a late hit on somebody where the player that's retaliating gets the penalty? This is what I'm concerned with. If there's some extracurricular stuff going out there on the field, the team that maintains their composure, their self-discipline, has certainly a better chance of keeping focused on their job. So where I'm going with this is the Jet defense in general needs to play smart. They need to be self-disciplined, and the group will be disciplined. But you cannot let the other side throw you off track, throw you off your focus on what you need to do. The Jets defense has been playing smart, aggressive football. And when I say smart, I'm talking about not making the kind of errors that give the opponent the opportunity for big plays or field position. So to play smart, aggressive football, we need to not blow our assignments over there. We need to maintain our poise. You know, poise has a lot to do with things in life, and especially so for football players when it comes to competing against one another out there. Emotions can play a big role. Well, I promise you, if we don't beat ourselves, we have a better chance of winning. And when I say beating ourselves on the defensive side of the football, once again, it's a blown assignment because the mind is not focused, maybe. You get fooled sometimes, sure, but we can't give the other team gratuitous yardage by making silly penalties. And I call them silly because that's what they are. You're just falling into the hands of the opponent. You know, you're letting them dictate your behavior. When Antonio Cromartie says, well, what am I going to do in retaliation? I'm going to grab him by the throat, you know. No, we can't go out there and do those kind of things because they are destructive to the team. We've got to put the team ahead of our own feelings, and that takes being awful smart. So if we don't make the mistakes defensively, continue to play as aggressively as we have been, we've got a much better chance of winning the game. I know we can win. You know we can beat the Steelers. We already have. But it's going to come down to game time and those 60 minutes, what goes on there. The team that maintains their poise and executes the best is the team that's going to win the game. I really feel like that. I mean, that's a rule that's held true for as long as I can remember playing the game. You've got to be smart, you've got to be aggressive, you've got to maintain your poise and self-discipline. We do that, there's a good chance we come away with a win Sunday. Huh? All right. I'm going to be back to you with one more huddle before that kickoff. Might touch on the special teams. I might just want to let you know how I'm feeling. Until that time, it's still Jets, 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 Jets. Ready? Break!